letting society tell you about the best skincare routines, the hottest plastic surgeons, or the cream that will keep your skin from aging. It's time we start asking ourselves, what the fuck is beauty anyway? If we remove all the IG filters, is there more to a beautiful face than just skincare? Well, I'm here to share it with you, and hell yeah, there is. My name is Jen Carrasco. I have been an esthetician, as well as a high-level fitness competitor, and an all-around badass for over a decade. And I need you to know there is way more to keeping your mind and body clean than just a cream. Join me each week as I cut the BS out of getting healthy, caring for ourselves, and caring for our skin. I share real tips, real ingredients, and real experience. Now let's get some answers on what the fuck is beauty anyway. Hey guys, it is Jen Carrasco here with What the Fuck is Beauty Anyway. So I wanted to go over a couple of DMs that I've gotten, but one of them in particular is one that really stands out to me because I hear it in my clinics all the time. And that one question is how to reduce their pore size, meaning that they have larger pores. And it's literally, if you search, I think number one on any Google or anything else search media is anti-aging, and the second one is large pores. So I know that everybody deals with that. So with going towards the science for the larger pores, it's an aging process. So it happens actually as our skin ages. And it's funny because you would think that your younger clients with, the blackheads or the oil production would definitely have more of the larger pores. But it's my clients that come in that are actually probably, I would say, like 30, 35 range, where they're slowly starting to age a little bit more. They're seeing their pores become larger, especially when you get into like your 50s and your 60s. So a scientific term to kind of explain it all is as we get older, we start to wrinkle. And with wrinkling, we lose some of our collagen or elastin. Our skin then starts to thin out a bit, and we actually start the sagging process or the wrinkling process, as I would say. And most of the clients that see the larger pores, it's not necessarily that they have thicker skin, but it's usually in the areas that their skin tends to be a little bit thicker because their pores are now kind of stretched a little bit more. So you see it more, I think, with men, and you definitely see it with women as they age, maybe more or less on their nose area, or if they have thicker skin, their pores tend to be a little bit more visible because of that. So I'll get into a little bit more in depth. So you have your first layer of your skin, which is your epidermis. Then you have the dermis, which is like, say, the bottom layer. I mean, there's layers in between, but say those two. Then you have this rigid hair follicle, and that is connected to like your sebaceous gland, because your sebaceous gland, your oil gland, is what lubricates that follicle, correct? So then you have this base structure, but then your epidermis is starting to thin out as we get older, and your dermis is starting to thin out as you get older. So what happens is it starts to kind of like sag upon this, you think of a light pole in between that's very, very steady and sturdy. And what happens is when it starts to do that, then your pore starts to be more pronounced and it becomes larger. So now going forward on how do we fix what this problem is. So a lot of lines that are out there, they don't have anything formulated to where they can actually fix or structure the tissues of the skin because it is the aging process. And first and foremost, I am going to jump straight into lasers because I see this all of the time with a lot of clients coming through my door and a lot of clients that will DM me from it or just even bad procedures that are done. So I'm going to take it back actually just one notch and explain to you. So when you inflame the tissues of the skin, so say you're going to go in and we'll just roughly say for a laser treatment or a lot of products that are on the market that say that they get rid of large pores. What they actually are doing is they are inflaming the tissues of the skin. So with inflaming those tissues of the skin, you are actually kind of swelling up the tissues a little bit. And what happens is with inflammation, you're producing the collagen and the elastin production, but it's wound repair collagen elastin. It's not the actual stuff the good like juju that you want for your skin for long term. So when you create a wound to your skin, it traumas the skin, and then it actually will start breaking down the tissues of the skin and actually aging you faster. So say, for instance, you're going to go in and get a laser treatment. And what it's going to do is it's going to go in and it's going to wound the skin. It's going to trauma the skin to rejuvenate faster. But what happens is it does make your pores look smaller because your skin is inflamed. It's fluffier, it's enlarged, it has water retention. It's in the mode of repair mode. So it appears small at that point. And when your skin is done healing and it's going through the cycle, you'll actually notice that your pores will be larger and they'll actually be a permanent enlargement. I have seen a lot of clients that have come through my door that have had like a series of 3 laser treatments, and they come in and they're like, my pores are even larger. And sadly, but it's true, they're larger and they're going to stay like that because they are damaged. And we do have formulations that can help to repair that as well, which I'll get into. So there's not many lines out there that are going to actually restructure the tissues of the skin. And it is really my job to inform you guys of products that can help and to utilize to make your skin start doing that itself and repairing it the more natural, holistic way. So there's an ingredient out there and it is called trioxylene. And with this ingredient, it helps to work with the tissues and help to actually start repairing the process. And it starts to make the epidermis work like it used to. That's why this ingredient is so important for helping to restructure the pore. And what I mean by pore is the texture and the texture around the pore. Everybody after age 40 needs to start having help to work on the texture of their skin. Now, when it comes to treating the dermis, like the papillary dermis, you need to dive in deep a little bit more with like vitamin A's or with DNA repair, maybe even using a little bit of growth factors in your products. That's going to help to restructure the underneath growth of your skin. And with working on the underneath and working on the surface, your skin over time will start to get that restructure back the way that it needs to. Now just know, like anything else, it's taken this time for your body or your skin to get to the certain point. So it's going to take that time to get your skin back to the element of what it needs to be, so that way the pores appear more smoother. So now just getting to pretty much what I teach my clients is really the basics of a fundamental skincare routine. And this is versus men or women, depending on the thickness or the texture of your skin. The anti-aging protocol, usually I would say if you were in your 20s to like your early 30s, you should be really looking at taking care of your skin as far as getting like a DNA repair or a vitamin C that's going to help. We carry the Derm Repair, which I really, really like. It's my favorite product. And that really helps with the structure of the DNA. I use it a lot for pigmentation. I use it a lot for people that have a lot of scarring. And then you want to get into, I would say 35 and up, your growth factors, things like that to help to repair underneath the skin. But the one product that I was talking about to help the repair of the epidermis, to thicken and structure that is called our recovery. And that product really helps to actually start eating off skin tags. It even helps with cancer cells, but so does our Derm Repair. That helps as well. So hopefully this helps you guys a little bit with some rundowns about your pores. Just no inflammatory procedures that you get done on your skin, they can definitely have a long-lasting effect that can be permanent. So you really, really need to do some research and make sure this is definitely the step that you need to take. So hopefully it helped out a little bit today, and stay tuned for next week. But if you ever want to find me on my social media, and it's called Jen Carrasco. But I also have my IG, and I think it's posted on there, my studios. And always hit me up on YouTube too. So have a great day, you guys. Thanks for tuning in this week. I hope you feel more empowered and more inspired to love the skin you're in. As we navigate new society norms and beauty daily, make sure to always ask yourself, what the fuck is beauty to me? And know that's all that matters. If you love this content today, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review. Follow me and get more info on my guests at ViragoStudio.com. Yes, I said it, ViragoStudio.com. And that's the shit. See you on the next episode, beauties.